Hello, hello, hello out there. It's been a while. I'm just waiting. Wait for you to get on. Wait for you to chill with me. See if anybody wants to chill with me. Might be a little bit early still, but we'll see who's up. Oh, Julie, I hope you're on here. Although you went to bed a while ago, you might still be asleep. Hello, anybody out there? Just wait. Oh, I have one person who's stalking me, who's watching me be a crazy lady. I can see you loved me, but who are you? I can't see you. Oh, hang on. No, still not telling me. I'm just waiting for people. I have some important information, just in case you missed it. Woohoo! I have 2 people. You're all coming on. Yay! I still can't see who you are. It's not telling me who you are. So let me know. Oh, we lost the person. Okay. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, I have 3 people. What is going on? It's like people get on and then get off and then they get on. I love you, girl. You're so funny. At least you're here to have a chat with me, so that's great. I'm so excited. I have some important information to tell you. I don't know what the heck is going on with Facebook, but seriously, it keeps losing my posts. So I put stuff up and then it's lost and people don't even know. Hi, Bex. Oh. Hey, yay. What do you mean it's your bedtime? You must be on the same time as me. It's only 8:45 here. Where are you? I'm just guessing you're on my side of the world, unless you're going to bed really, really early somewhere else. Oh my God, I got 6 people. Woohoo! Okay, so while we're waiting for other people to get on and talk to me, hey babe, how's everything going? That explains going to bed. Yeah, shit schedules do that. Oh, shift. I'm sorry, I thought you said you're on a shit schedule, like it's shit and you're going to bed at 7 a.m. Okay, you're on a shift schedule. Well, that makes sense, Bex. So, hey, babe, how's everything going with you? I hope everything is coming along with your plans. I'm so excited to see where you go with those plans. It's like going to be amazing. It's been so long since I talked to you, but sorry, I'm trying to get my phone to like stand up straight without actually falling and toppling over. Okay, while we're waiting, I wanted to, the reason I'm getting on is because like I said, Facebook has been losing my posts. I put posts up, I put information up, and then I'm like, why isn't anybody answering me? And they're like, we didn't see it. And I'm like, because they want me to boost it. They want me to pay to boost it. And it's like, anyway. So the first bit of news that I wanted to give you is that I put up on my YM Zachary page that there is a Dreams and Screams Bookaholics is presenting the 2016-17, so it's for last year, but 2016 Readers Choice Awards. So it runs from May 25th to September 25th. So get in and start voting. There's all these categories that you can go and vote for your favorite authors and all those kind of interesting, awards that we never hear about. So make sure you get on and go check it out. Make sure you're going. Make sure you start voting. The voting for round 1 closes very soon. So make sure you get in and start nominating people. There's all different categories. Any category you could think of, it's in there. So that is the first important piece of information. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew. I voted out there. Like, I'm telling you, I voted. So it's all good. We're all good to go. I even voted for myself for some. So hey, why not? Nominating. The other really, really important information. Now, this is serious, okay? I'm dead serious about this. I'm not joking you. My beautiful, beautiful Alyssa Drake. Anybody who knows me knows I love this woman. I love her books. I'm like one of her first fan girls ever to just love her books. One of her characters in her books, Mr. Thomas, who is my book boyfriend, okay? No one else can have him. He's mine. I dibsed him first. But he's up for nomination for winning Best Book Boyfriend, okay? That's how serious this is. You need to go and vote for Thomas. And if you haven't read the books, read them and then go and vote for Thomas because he's amazing. Okay? You can't have him. He's mine. You can have his twin brother Benjamin, but you have to vote for Thomas. Okay? That's where it's going with that. So that is up on my book, my YM Zachary page as well. Okay? So it's that Scratches and Inks. Is it Scratches and Inks? Check it out. Inks and Scratches webpage for the Inks and Scratches Spring Blush Book Awards. And he's up for Best Book Boyfriend. Okay? So please, let's make Thomas win. We need as many people as we can. So get out there, get sharing, get Thomas the win. Yay, Thomas for number 1. Now I sound like I'm in a political campaign. And the third bit of amazing news is that, as you would have seen, I am releasing my next book on the 11th of June. So, the 11th of June here, 10th of June America. So, remember your time zones. And I have got the event page up and going. So, the event is up there. You can find it on Wild Dreams Publishing if you haven't already found it. And it is there. Make sure you're going. There is still slots left for any authors who would like to come and do a takeover spot. I'm so excited. There's some new authors that have never done it before, that have never done it on my pages before. And then I've got some of my favorites who have come and who are supporting me on this. It has been a wild journey on this book, actually. It is my bio. So it's a bio, it's a story, it's my memoirs, but it's inspirational. So when you read this book, I want you to look at it as inspiration, not as an attack on anyone, not on anything, not sitting there and going, oh, I want you to look and go, you know what? I can do this. I can be strong. I can be the victor of my life. And anybody can do it. Everybody is strong enough to be the victor of their life. And that's sort of what I wanted to get across to people. So that's coming out and I'm really, really excited about it. And that's it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I was on, for anybody who doesn't know, the beautiful Bella Emmy today released her book, A Love Beyond Time. Now, our publishing company, Wild Dreams Publishing, actually published this book. We've got a few people on here tonight who I'm excited to say their books are coming. So keep with us. They're going to be some amazing books coming out over the next few months, mine included. I've been working on my other ones tonight, so I'm really excited. It's like, I love writing. Anyway, back to the thing. So Bella Emmy released her Love Beyond Time today, and it was an amazing event. So the event went for the last couple of days. And if you haven't already, go and check it out. I love Be On Time. Go and check out the authors. Go and check out their books. Go and check out, you know, the competitions that are still running. I have, oh, God's sake, sorry, I'm just inviting him. I have put competitions up to win Bella's books. So I didn't do my books this time. I did Bella's books. So all 3 of Bella's books are up for grabs. So we have Broken Hearted, there's I Love Be On Time. There is actually a chance if you go on, so there's a competition that's running for Australian lingo. So you have to go and be an Aussie for a bit and you have to say some words in Australian. Now, I'm going to read you a post that we have because this post, it is funny to read, but it's funnier when an Australian actually reads it and you can hear the slang in the pronunciation of the words, I suppose you could say. So if you go on to Bella Emmy's page, the Love Be On Time release, everybody's finally coming on. I thought I'd invited you all before, but I hadn't. It had just like, I'm going to let them know. Now I'm inviting people, so you're all coming, which that's okay. I've been speaking to Aim and Bex and Bay, and we've been having a beautiful time. Anyway, so if you go to Bella Emmy's Love Be On Time release and you go to mine and JB Joseph's takeover, you will find there's a chance there for you to possibly win a signed copy of Bella's book. And what you have to do is you have to do a live video, like I am doing, of you telling us, reading the Australian lingo. So there's a list of Australian words and you have to read them in your native tongue. And because it's always fun to try and hear other, bring out the beer and pot roast. Usually, us Aussies are more likely to say, here, hold my beer. This shit's getting real. Okay? And then you'll find blokes off doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. And I also put up on my page, for those people who didn't know, I actually put up a photo or a video of 2 kangaroos boxing in the middle of a street. Okay? That's what kangaroos do. We'll be out camping and you'll be watching these kangaroos in the field and the next minute they're in this big huge fight, boxing each other. Okay? Because one mate coming on the other mate's cheerler. So you what was I saying? Sorry, it was just telling me Shan is viewing my video. Tap to invite her to join her as your video guest. You are my guest. You're here. You're enjoying me. Anyway, so I want you to go and put this video up for your chance to win one of Bella Emmy's I Love Be On Time signed. Okay? I was also saying before, for anyone who hasn't come on, there's you have to go and vote for Thomas for best book boyfriend in the Scratches and Inks Spring Blush. Okay, Alyssa Drake, Thomas. Seriously, he's like, he's my book boyfriend. You can have his brother, but you have to go and vote for him. And what was the other thing, Aim? Oh, the 2016 Reader's Choice Award that I put up on my thing. You can go and nominate now for people to win awards. So go and put your people up there and start doing that. Where is everybody? Everybody must be sleeping. Everybody must be sleeping or partying or working. Yeah. There's a few Aussies there that should not be sleeping. They should still be awake. It's only Saturday night. So I am going to now, I just want to wait and see if I can get some more people on before I do this, because sound a bit bogan there, mate. Cause, it's all good, mate. Now, you will often see Tanya and myself Now, she is an Australian, but she's a Kiwi Aussie. Okay, someone asked us if Kiwis are real animals. Are they real? Yes, they're real. They only live in New Zealand, unless you get an Australian Kiwi, which is a person who lives here. Okay, good, because a native New Zealand person, we call a Kiwi. Thanks. I'm talking to three of you, so that's all good. I'm like, as long as you three are enjoying it, and I love talking to you, so it's all good. I'm glad you're here. So back to the thing. So Tanya and she's a Kiwi. Okay. Now, we were saying before when we were talking about the Aussie Lingo, and I had this competition up. I'm going to try and find it, because it was a competition where you had to tell me your Aussie nickname. I was thinking of the fruit. Yeah, kiwi is a fruit. It is a fruit we eat here. But then you also have a kiwi, which is this like funny looking bird that lives in New Zealand, and it's only in New Zealand. Then you have a kiwi, which is a person who's from New Zealand. So we've got three different meanings for a kiwi. Anyway, so this, being on time release though. So I had people telling me their Australian slang name. Okay, so everybody was picking an Australian slang name, and we had your flamin' magpie, flamin' goanna. Now, when we say flamin', it's usually like, oh, you flamin' galah, which means you bloody silly person or you stupid person. You flamin' galah. Bella had flamin' sandwich, flamin' sanger, which meant like you're a bloody sandwich. Just really weird. I think you had chunda, something chunda, which was like, yeah, we won't go with that one. You usually say like my friend's chundering off the side of the boat because they're being sick. And yeah, so it wasn't very nice. I was trying to think of what else there was. A hoon. A hoon is someone who likes to speed, or like not speed, but just go, we call it hooning around in their car. So they go and do like burnouts or drag racing or things like that. So you're a hoon. And then we have legless. So I was a legless, what was I? A legless something. And that means I'm drunk as a skunk. So if you're legless, you're way past where you should be. It's not going to show me. And yeah, so it was a legless tosser. A tosser is another word for you idiots. Stop being a tosser. You know, I had a few of them in my class the other day, but that's all right. And yeah, so it's those kind of fun things. So they are fun names. It's not meant to be any kind of, you know, mean innuendos behind it. So take it all as a joke. It's, yeah. Ooh, hang on. Oh, you're already here. And yeah, so it's lots of fun. I love doing these. I love doing the ones where people have to, you know, no. Where's my thing there? Where they have to do the talking or the lingo or anything like that. So I am going to now do this, you know you're Australian when. See, Australian. I'm already doing it. You know you're Australian when. Okay. So you know you're Australian when you believe that stubbies can either be drunk or worn. Now stubbies to us are little blue shorts that a lot of tradies wear. I don't know if you know what a tradie is, but they're like what a lot of tradies wear, and sometimes they can be very, very tight. And yeah, so they're stubbies, they're shorts, okay? Or a stubby, a beer. You can drink a stubby or you can wear a stubby, okay? You pronounce Melbourne, you pronounce Melbourne as Melbourne, okay? So Melbourne. You believe the letter I in Australia is optional. It is perfectly okay to call it Australia, okay? We live in Australia. It's all good, okay? You're Australian. You think Woolloomooloo is a perfectly reasonable name for a place. You're secretly proud of our killer wildlife. We really are. We love our wildlife. Boxing kangaroos. I just put the boxing kangaroos up. Okay? You believe it makes perfect sense for the country to have a $1 coin that is bigger than the $2 coin. And it is our $1, and then you got like little $2 coins. You understand that Wagga Wagga can be abbreviated to Wagga, but Woy Woy can never just be Woy. It has to be Woy Woy. You can't do it, okay? But Wagga Wagga can be Wagga. I know, because I used to live near there. Okay? You beetroot with your hamburger? Of course. I personally don't do beetroot. I know it's very un-Australian of me not to do beetroot on a hamburger, but many Australians do. My husband is one that there has to be beetroot in the house, and so do my daughters. They have to have beetroot on everything. Me personally, don't do it. You wear Ugg boots outside of the house. You believe the more you shorten someone's name, the more you like them. Okay? Dave becomes Davo. Shannon becomes Shazza. Jessica usually becomes Jess. Like I have a friend called Perry, we call her Pez. So the more you shorten it, the more I love you. Aim, I can't really shorten yours. I can't really, like, you need longer names. You need longer names so I can shorten them. I'm just gonna call you Shazza because I like that. That's my name for you, Shazza. Okay? And then you understand that excuse me is polite, while excuse me is rude. So if I'm walking along and I go, excuse me. See, there's the difference. And we do speak like that. Excuse me. So it's like, yeah, or excuse me. We usually do it as like a rude thing. Okay. You know what it's like to swallow a fly on occasion up your nose. Quite often you'll be doing something up your nose. You know it is not summer until the steering wheel is too hot to handle and the seatbelt buckle becomes a pretty good branding iron. True. And your seats burn you as well. Okay, don't put your arm on the door. You know how to abbreviate every word, all of which end in an O. Arvo, Convo, Garbo, Metho, Milko, Muso, Servo, Smoko, Rego, Speedo, Rido, etc. Okay? Run through that again. Arvo, Convo, Garbo, Metho, Milko, Muso, Servo, Smoko, Rego, Speedo, Rido. Okay. You know that there is a universal place called Whoop Whoop located in the middle of nowhere. There's also a place called the Black Stump. Okay? And that's no matter where you are. If you're somewhere, you're like, oh yeah, it's out Whoop Whoop. I could be in the city. Oh yeah, you go out Whoop Whoop. And my back door, it's just down Whoop Whoop. Okay? And you can understand all of this, how to giggle and tell your Aussie and international friends. So now you can go and do all of that with your friends. If there is any, while I'm on here, if there is any Australian word, I'm starting to hit, if there is any Australian word that you would like me to say while I'm on here, fasto. Oh, that's funny. That's fasto. Doesn't work, sorry. There are just some words that you can't add O to. Quicko? No, we call it a quickie. You know. Anyway, if there is an Australian word you want me to say, just put it there and I will say it. And let you know how it's actually pronounced. My best friend who just got on, I don't know if she's watching or listening, but anyway, she was in America and I can't remember, Melissa, if you are on, what did you call Nathan that day that you were in the shop and he was trying on that beaver hat, or the whatever hat it was looking like Davy Crockett? You called him something and the guy behind the thing asked you what it meant. I often call people knobs, you know. Yeah, knob. I knew it was, that's what I thought. I'm thinking it was knob, but I couldn't remember. So we often call people knobs. So stop being a knob. You're a knob. And she said to her husband, he's like, how does this look? And she goes, you look like a knob. Okay? And the guy behind the counter's like, what's that mean? And she goes, it means he looks like an absolute complete dickhead. And the guy goes, I like it. I'm going to use it. So there you go. You can call people knobs and they won't know what you're saying. Unless you're Australian, and then you're screwed. Tosser, wanker. What are some other Australian terms that you might like to call someone? See ya. I can't wait to go see Baywatch. Hurry up already. Do you know, I figured it out today. It's been like nearly 2 months since I seen you. Like, actually laid eyes on you. That's a bit sad. I mean, we talk all the time, but it's actually been like 2 months since I actually physically laid eyes on you. Hey, Rebecca, you got your computer working. Woohoo! Rebecca, if there are any, we're just going through talking about Australian words that we have that people might want to hear the thing to. And I was talking about the Kiwis before. So Tanya's Kiwi. And so you will know a Kiwi Aussie from an Aussie. Because when we go places, people are like, are you Australian? And they go, no, I'm a Kiwi. I'm New Zealand. They're all like, oh, you sound similar. We don't. Okay? So an Australian will say chips. We're going to have some chips and sauce. They say chops. Hear the difference? Chops. It's a U. C-H-U-P. Chops. 6. Jandals. We call them jelly bin. Kiwis, we think they have trouble saying their vowels. Maybe Australians have trouble saying their vowels. We don't know. But we love them. And we love taking the piss. Okay? So it's like Canadian and America. We love taking the piss out of the Kiwis, and the Kiwis take pisses out of us. Pisses out of us. Take the piss out of us. Okay? There's an Australian saying, take the piss. Okay? Go and take the piss out of someone. It sounds very disgusting, but it's not. It means you are... how do you explain that, Rebecca? It's like you're... I know, I need you to write. I think your football is different. Yeah. Are you talking about soccer, Aim? If you're talking about soccer, we call it soccer. Europeans call it football. Americans have gridiron. We have football. Okay, so we have AFL and we have NRL. I like NRL. I don't do AFL. I don't understand the rules of AFL, which is Australian Aussie rules. So Aussie rules is AFL, and rugby league is NRL. AFL, NRL, okay? So, and then we have soccer, which is European football. Okay, we call it soccer. And I think Americans call it soccer as well. But you have gridiron, okay? So for our AFL, NRL, for anyone who hasn't seen it, take your gridiron men, completely strip them down and just put shirts and shorts on them, then go and play football. That's our NRL. Okay? Oh yeah, it's rough. There's blood. We have... Yes, explain taking the piss. I can't. Like, I know it's... So it'd be like... I'm trying to think of how you'd explain it. So, like, when I'm talking about Tanya and the way she speaks, I'm taking the piss. I'm making... It's not making fun of someone. It is making fun of someone, but not in a mean way. Like, we're just taking the piss. Yeah, making fun of someone, but in a fun way. Like, it's not... We're not out to be intentionally cruel or mean. It's that love kind of hate relationship. We love to take the piss out of each other. Okay? So, and you just got to be careful who you do it with. Some people get a bit offended. But, it's called sarcasm. Taking the mickey. That's another one. I love that one. I haven't heard that one. It is taking the mickey yet. going to take the Mickey out of you. Anyway, and that's not Mickey Mouse. We're not taking the Mickey Mouse out of you. Okay. So our rugby league, now we have on Wednesday night our first State of Origin game. Okay. Now, my best friend Mel is a huge NRL follower. She watches the footy every night. Footy, see? Footy. We shorten it all. So she watches the footy every Friday night when it's football season. Okay. Now, my team is the Brisbane Broncos. I know, like the Denver Broncos, but they're nothing like the Denver Broncos. Okay. So we've got the Brisbane Broncos, which I follow. Now, and then you've got the Gold Coast Cowboys. No, Cowboys are the North Queensland Cowboys. Titans. Gold Coast Titans? Katrina, is that right? Titans? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Rebecca. You don't know if they're having a lend of you or they're being serious. So you have the Gold Coast Titans, Brisbane Broncos, Cowboys. That's all that's in Queensland. Then you have the Roosters, the Bulldogs, the Magpies. No, Magpies are AFL. See, I'm not a football. My best friend is probably rolling over in her car, sitting there screaming at me at the moment, going, "What the hell are you talking about, woman?" Magpies are AFL. They're different. So we have Bulldogs. Sorry, I'm trying to play Bulldogs. Raiders. Melbourne Storm. Anyway, there's a whole heap of them, okay? They're mainly down in New South Wales. Melbourne Storm is the only Melbourne team, and then you got 3 in Queensland. But what State of Origin is it takes all those football players and it picks a team, and they pick the guys based on where they started to play football, I think it is, and then they build a team. And you've got your Queensland team and you've got your New South Wales team, okay? So think of it like Tennessee going against Texas, okay? So 2 states against each other, all right? And then, so Queensland and New South Wales go head-to-head over 3 games. The best 2, so the person who wins both 2 games wins overall. Melbourne, like Melbourne. It's actually pronounced Melbourne, but we call it Melbourne. M-E-L-B-I-N. Melbourne. Not Melbourne. Melbourne. And so they're the Melbourne Storms. Anyway, so we have this big, huge match. Now, Queensland freaking rocks, okay? We won it 8 years in a row. Some of them we even won all 3 because, come on, New South Wales suck. But we're Queensland supporters. So we've got this big, huge competition coming up. So over the next couple of days, you'll see Queenslanders taking the piss out of the New South Wales because, they don't know what it's like to hold the trophy for winning so much because Queensland... And then New South Wales won it 1 year, and we believe it was because, people were starting to lose interest because Queensland was so good. So New South Wales won it 1 year, and all the New South Wales supporters like, yeah, we rock, woohoo! Boom! Queensland come back the next year and snatched it back. So it'd be interesting to see what happens this year. But yes, it's like taking gridiron, strip them all down, just put jerseys, really tight shorts. Women, if you want to watch it, they've got some nice little buttons in there. Really, really tight shorts, and then they go head-to-head tackle. There's usually blood, there's usually lots of stuff. So if you like those kind of hard-hitting sports, watch a bit of NRL. Anything else? So I've answered Ains' question. Trying to think, taking the piss. A magpie. Someone today asked me what a magpie is. A magpie is a bird. Okay? So it's this black and white bird that during spring attacks you. Okay? We have 2 birds in Australia that will attack you during spring season. Magpies. And you will often see kids on school grounds. They love schools. Don't know why. Schools are awesome for magpies. and you will see kids running with these birds, chasing them and pecking their heads. Okay? Then we have plovers, which actually nest in open areas. So again, they love school ovals. Plovers with their little babies, and they will swoop and squawk, and yeah, they like to attack people as well. So in spring, it's very dangerous in Australia. You've got to watch where you're walking. We have magpies that live in our backyard, but they have never swooped us. They swoop our chickens and they swoop our dog during spring, but they don't swoop us because we actually feed them. So we put out like bits of meat or bread or something, and because we do that, they're back every year with their babies. And I know you're not meant to, but hey, our Maggies, they don't attack us. They actually love us. They come and hop up on the back porch and back patio, back porch, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, off they go. So we don't do it every day. We don't do it all the time. We just do it every now and then, and it keeps the kids can go outside and play, and the Maggies don't hurt them because they know we're not going to hurt them. So anything else? So just to recap, make sure you go and vote for Rebecca. If you weren't on here before, I was saying I put up on my JB Joseph page. Oh my, why did I say JB Joseph? Apparently I'm JB Joseph now. Oh, she would love that. Imagine the mischief I could get up to if people start jumping on and, hey, I'm JB Joseph. Isn't she lucky? Oh my God, Abe. I was just like, how big do what get? Where did my mind go just then? How big do magpies get? Not very big. Like, they're not huge birds, so they're not like eagle birds or anything like that. I would say a kookaburra is bigger. So a kookaburra would be bigger than a magpie. I'll put a photo up of them like later when I can. They're not big, maybe, but they're big. So yeah, they're not huge birds, but they have very, very sharp beaks. So very pointy, sharp beaks. And when they hit you, they hit you. Like they don't just swoop you, they attack you. Ah, my phone. I'm just going to go get my cord, but you can keep talking to me. So yeah, they will attack you. And like I said, there was one time I was riding with my husband on our bike, and one swooped down and attacked me. Sorry, I'm just reaching down for my cord. And yeah, he swooped down and attacked me and actually took paint off my bike helmet. So they've got sharp little beaks. They're not like, you know. Okay, hang on.